Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Animosity. I'm your commentator at this time, and always will be your commentator, Mark Fallon. And returning before we have our actual qualifying matches here tonight, we'll be having a one-on-one bout between two newcomers. Ace Whistler and Darren Zeminski will be going one-on-one here tonight to show who is the better man and who will walk out. We saw Ace Whistler in that Battle Royal for that TXW Championship. You know, it was a very close match, and I honestly thought Ace Whistler was going to be one of the people walking out with that championship, but we were obviously proved wrong, as Marcus Edwards is our TXW champion. I think Ace Whistler is going to have a very bright future here in TXW. He has a lot of skill and a lot of heart. You know, he's a very, very technical wrestler. He's very different. You know, his biggest arsenal is his elbow. His elbow is his deadliest weapon when he wrestles. Here comes one of Animosity's newest superstars, and one of our well-decorative superstars, may I add, Darren Zeminski. Darren Zeminski, you know, he has caught a lot of eyes, as I keep hearing from backstage, as well as some of the fans I've heard talking to him. You know, he's very, very different that we've seen in Animosity. He's very, very well done. He's only had one match so far. You know, it was against that Samoan monster, Mignano, and Mignano obviously beat him. You know, Mignano had the upper hand due to his size and power. Darren Zeminski, you know, he's a different type of wrestler. He's a heavyweight, and you know, he has a bit of power behind him, but he's also light on his feet. He's very athletic, very, very technical in the ring, and that's one thing I like about him. You know, Darren Zeminski, I think he has a bright future, as well I saw Ace Whistler. I think if he keeps getting some wins here and picks up his first win here tonight on Animosity, this will probably be the push start to his career. There's the bell, ladies and gentlemen, and remember, this is not a spot for the Elimination Chamber. This is just a normal one-on-one match between the two, Ace Whistler and Darren Zeminski. This should be a very fast-paced match between the two. Whistler already in control of Darren Zeminski. We already saw him going back and forth, and Whistler bringing him back. Already looking for one of his biggest arsenals, and that elbow connecting right to the chest. Zeminski's up. Has a headlock on him. No, Whistler reversing, turning on a side headlock of his own. Darren going from behind. Whistler able to toss him over. These two are looking to lock up, I think, again, as Whistler throwing him into the corner. Setting up for something now. But no, Darren be able to push him off. Coming back, looking for the heel kick right to the face. Whistler back up on top of his feet again. Zeminski throwing him in the corner now. And now going up on the top rope. I think looking for a top rope DDT. Zeminski now stalking Whistler. As Whistler be able to reverse, raking the eyes. Coming from behind now, turn him around. But no, these two keep going back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. As Zeminski looking for something. A full Nelson Bulldog, just slamming his face down to the mat. This is a hell of a wrestling match. Locked up again. Looking for our side headlock now. Throwing him in the corner one more time. Zeminski setting up Whistler for something here. Going up. Looking for a springboard and a body splash out of the springboard corner. You know, I was able to talk to Whistler backstage, and Whistler said that he's not even upset that he's not qualifying for the chamber again. You know, he actually was talking about what a great opportunity he had at the Battle Royal, and that he understands that he has to work his way up in this company. He understands that he will eventually get our shot at that TXW Championship if he gets more wins. And by beating Darren Zeminski tonight, that should be the right path for him for getting our shot at the TXW Championship here tonight. Both these superstars are putting on a hell of a show, as you can tell. They keep reversing each other back and forth. Zeminski now reversing. Throwing him off the ropes, looking for someone. A knee right to the face of Ace Whistler. One more time, throwing him in the corner. Looking for a crossbody, looking for something in a springboard, and Whistler just stood there as Zeminski missing what I was looking for. Whistler now just waiting for Zeminski to get up, I think. Another side headlock. Again in the corner. Zeminski is just definitely trying to keep him isolated, try to keep him off his feet. But no, Whistler being able to reverse, looking for something big off the top rope, and high risk pays off beautifully with that drop kick right to the middle of the chest of Zeminski. Zeminski looking for a combination now, and a right hand hook, knocking him off his feet. Looking for something big and a T-bone suplex, scooping him up and just swirling him around. Going under the ring now, looking to get extreme here. Grabbing a table. This can't be good for Whistler or Zeminski, whoever goes through that table. Whistler is just stalking now, looking in his weight. Zeminski backing away, looking for a leg drop off the middle rope. Going up, springboarding a crossbody, connecting. Zeminski is definitely in control now of this match. Setting up, looking for a spinning fisherman suplex there. Setting up the table. Finally setting up. I don't know what he's going to got planned here. Locking up one more time. These two cannot get a hold of each other. They keep going back and forth. Darren grabbing the steel chair now, looking to use it at hand. Backing away, right across the face of Ace Whistler. Ace Whistler's nose might be broken after that. It's that steel chair just getting slammed right into his face. That big time boot. Zeminski in control now, looking for something as holding Whistler's head. Put him in the corner again. Backing away. Drop kicking him right in the lower knee. Trying to wear him down, keep him off his feet. Zeminski looking for something. A nice brain buster out of the corner. Dropping him right on his head. What is he looking for? As Whistler be able to reverse him, looking for a nice neck breaker. Be able to come back after that. Roll up. Will he give him a no? He's just pushing him off. Whistler is definitely trying to survive here in this matchup. Pushing him away now. Looking for something. Locking up the head one more time. Zeminski be able to go from behind now. Setting up. No, Whistler reversing again. And now off his feet one more time. These two are having a hell of a technical brawl here between the two. Looking for something again. Keep going back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. As Zeminski putting him up on the top rope now. Looking for something big. And what the hell? Looking for a Frankensteiner off the top rope. He's not done with him yet, though. Looking to finish it with a spine buster. The sit-out spine buster. That sit-out spine buster is signaling for the end here. Zeminski pulling him up by the leg, looking for that fisherman driver. This might be it for Ace Whistler. Going for the cover now. 1, 2, and no. Whistler being able to get his shoulder up before 3. He still have a fight in him left. Locking up again. Throw him in the corner. No, bringing him actually back into a neck breaker. Whistler trying to reassure himself now, trying to get back into this match. Locking up one more time, throwing him towards the rope. Zeminski be able to hold on. Now throwing Whistler towards the rope, looking for another one of those knees right to the face. Zeminski looking for something I've never seen before. And I think looking for a handspring moonsault. Going up, high risk, will it pay off? And the leg drop from Darren Zeminski. He's got Ace Whistler up one more time. Throwing him to the ropes again. Whistler be able to come back with a neck breaker, firing back. And a low blow by Zeminski, trying to do anything here and just laughing at him. Trying to get across to the fans that he's not afraid. Setting him up in a full Nelson Bulldog again. Zeminski has definitely turned this match around for himself. Coming back. What is he looking for? I think looking for again for that brain buster that we saw earlier in the matchup. Zeminski going for the cover now. 1, 2, and no. Be able to kick out. Whistler still has a hell of a fight with him. Throw him in the ropes. Zeminski coming back. And Zeminski looking for something. Look at the roll up there. This might be it. 1, 2. No, Whistler be able to kick out barely. After that roll up, I thought might have been it there, ladies and gentlemen. Clotheslining him out to the outside of the ring. Running off as Zeminski looking for something. Looking for the outside dive. The body flip over the top rope. Zeminski definitely has this match in his hands. Looking again, I think, to use the ropes to his advantage. Looking for a springboard and looking for the crossbody, but Whistler be able to move out of the way in time. And now using the crutch that he just grabbed from the fan to his advantage. Whistler getting reversed, getting thrown into the barricade. As Zeminski coming over there just to strike away in the corner, just striking right across the face of Ace Whistler. Throwing him back into the ring now. This might be close to the end here for Ace Whistler. Bouncing his head off the ring post. Zeminski is definitely trying to put Ace Whistler here away tonight. Back in the ring now. Grabbing, looking to take off the turnbuckle post. Looking to use that exposed turnbuckle. Grabbing him by the head, looking to drag him over. This cannot be good for Whistler as Zeminski just pounding his head into that exposed turnbuckle. But no, Whistler coming back, looking for something. As Zeminski looking for something. I don't know what he's looking for. I think looking for that fisherman driver one more time. This could probably be it for Ace Whistler. Zeminski, I think, picking up his first win here tonight in TXW. In 3, ladies and gentlemen, Darren Zeminski picking up a huge win here tonight in TXW, picking up his first win by beating Ace Whistler in his second match here in TXW's Animosity. And what a hell of a match he had here live in Santa Fe, New Mexico. That's such a shame that this isn't a qualifying match of the Elimination Chamber. These two put up a hell of a show here tonight. Anyways, fans, coming up next is one of the first matches for the Elimination Chamber. Stay tuned.